seriously. So of course we are part of the companies that deliver products in this kind of containers that she was referring to. And in all honesty, it's not something we need to shy away about. So there are research. So today, everybody kind of says, oh, we don't want plastics. Do we have an alternative? That's the big question. And really, first of all, policy development, behavioral change, because like she alluded, I think the label probably must have been removed for some reasons. We do have labels. So anyone that drinks Coca knows that Coke has this bold inscription that says, please recycle me. It's everywhere. But then, are people really recycling it? So, first of all, I would want to paint a contest. So, Nigeria and Africa in general, in Nigeria, 4 years ago, there was 0 recycling plants in the country. It also means that anyone that truly would like to recycle have nowhere to recycle it. And circular economy is an evolving sector and has a potential for job creation, has a potential for foreign direct investment, and of course, to make our environment cleaner. That takes a lot of efforts. And it took a lot of intervention from companies like ourselves since 2005, when we launched the Coke bottle. So we all know the returnable glass bottle. That also has its own challenges, but of course, in our environment, is considered more sustainable, though it takes more carbon emission to recycle glass than to recycle plastics. So, the first recycling plants in Nigeria was set up by investment by Coca-Cola company. It's still recycling today, but they were recycling to fiber. But to close the loop, like she said, in some markets, only in South Africa, do we have recycling plants that recycle this to another bottle? And that's where we have products that you can see, I am from recycled plastic. Can we achieve that in Nigeria today, even if you want to do? The answer is no. So policy formation is critical. So it was in 2019 that we were able to convince SOM to create a standard for recycling operations in Nigeria. And it took taking them on a visit to Austria to visit and witness from plastic that were picked in different environments and labeled and controlled by them, to be able to convince them that we need to institute a policy that will lead to investors coming into this. Today, that evolution has led to 2 recycling companies that have set up a bottle-to-bottle facility in 2023. They are still at the commissioning stage, meaning that we are on the right track, but we're yet to get there. And truly, we all know the economics of, I think, last week we got an article that says that Nigeria, 70% of our population still do not have access to potable water. So as much as really we would love to say, okay, don't, we also have river water, by the way. So we manufacture this, and we know the responsibility to ensure that they have the right policy to drive. So today, if you move around town, you will notice there's an increased collection of plastic bottles, because you will see them in heap here and there. And that is the evolution. We've set up an industry coalition, by the way. We went to PepsiCo office, Nestle, we sat down in those meetings. And you know that we are tough competitors. I know that, of course, in the banking sector, you have more collaboration in that. But in these issues of environmental issues, I would actually say that we have done a lot. It's not where we're supposed to be, but there is a journey. And the truth is, plastic is not the issue. It's also the way it's being used and recycled. Even the paper cups constitute a challenge. In this room, if the moment you woke up this morning, if you calculate the type of packaging that you have used, you will agree with me that we need more concerted efforts, and not just focusing all the attention on, and most times it's even the PET bottle that is most recycled. So what I'm going to say is that it's a journey that we all have to take seriously, from probably even in the banking halls. So how do we pay attention from our facilities? In my office, of course, there, even our employees are encouraged to bring their plastic, and we have a dedicated space where these things that actually ensure that they are recycled. So I think that action, gradual action, it's important. And the education aspect. So we're using our brands to do that. Is it enough? The answer is no. We need more partnership with the government as well. Thanks to LASEPA, she's been very vocal, and but we need to do more. Yeah, we are partners, but like for example, all the hotels. So some countries have done it better than others. So all the hotels, we have a lot of key accounts in terms of Chicken Republic and the likes. So if they also understand fully, we do that, but again, sometimes the policy has to come from the government in terms of even the communication so that they can take it more seriously, to be able to separate, waste separation, so that they can stop being in the downside or what we call the landfill in Lagos State. So that will be on that side.
Thank you, Mrs. Onyeme-Lupe. That was a robust defense of your company, and at the same time, a very thorough account of some of the things that the Coca-Cola company is doing in terms of the environment. Now, there's